This show brought to you by Read the Play, Promoted Trophy and Clothing Company, Kempe International, De Grande Cycle and Sport.
Welcome back to the Geelong Junior Football and Netball Show. We've moved out to what is a fairly blustery Osborne Park today to take in the netball, having a look at the Under-17 final between Werribee Centrals and Inverleigh. And we've been joined by one of the men that makes the Inverleigh netball side of things tick, Lee. And Lee, thanks for your time firstly. And just tell us a little bit about your role with the Inverleigh Netball Club.
Tim, I'm the trainer for the netball club, so I look after the girls from under-13s right through to A grade. So I've been doing that for about 5 or 6 years and thoroughly enjoy it. Yeah.
So it's a role that you definitely enjoy. What sort of hours do you spend working on the girls? Obviously, probably a role where you're around all day.
I am. I set up first thing in the morning, so I'm there from about 7 o'clock when we're at home, and then through till 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
And focusing specifically on the game that's taking place behind us, the under-17 girls. Obviously, we're only a quarter or so in, but they're playing some pretty good netball. And the netball, in terms of all of the juniors, have been pretty strong all year at Inverleigh.
Yes, they have, Tim. We've been really happy with our success this year. Our under-13s will play tomorrow. The under-15s obviously had a loss this morning, but they'll be back next week. And the 17s were unlucky not to finish on top. They had a loss against Corio last week, so we'll fight it out today, and I'm sure they'll play a good game.
You're on the netball committee as well out at Inverleigh. What steps have you tried to put in to make sure that you sustain this junior success that you've been having?
We put some steps into place with Sue White, as you've spoken to before, and to get the right coaches in place, to get the right support staff in place, things like having a trainer here all the time available for the girls, making sure the right training drills are done, trying to encourage them to be involved in league representation and things of that nature. So, we've done a lot of hard work.
Is that something you've seen with the league representation? The girls obviously going pretty well and playing finals netball. Are they playing for the GDFL as well?
Yes, they are. Actually, we've got, I think there's 5 girls that play up in Melbourne in the Parkville competition, and I think probably 50% of the under-17 premiership team this year at Parkville were from our Inverleigh. So that was we were really happy and proud of that, actually, to be honest.
How much does that help them further their netball as well, playing in that competition and then playing with, I guess, the best girls from around the GDFL as well?
Oh, it's great because it builds relationships with other clubs. It enhances. They get different training methods. They play against stronger competitions, and it just enhances what they can bring back to Inverleigh. So.
We've got the new club rooms going up as well at Inverleigh, which is only going to make the netball side of things more exciting. How's the building going out there?
Yeah, excellent. Actually, it's about 3 weeks ahead of schedule, so we're hoping that we'll actually have our junior presentations in the new rooms in the middle of September. So, yeah, it's looking really good.
We spoke a few weeks ago about how you had to make the cuts and everything at the start of the year. When does the whole process begin where you start to sand out girls for next season?
We're already looking now. So we'll probably do a pre-season early January. This year we actually started in late 2008, but we'll probably hold off till after Christmas, and then we'll kick off and get some new girls on board.
We've got plenty of girls' sides, as we say, in the netball finals. Do you think we might see a few trophies back in the Inverleigh in those new rooms?
We're hoping. We would love to see another trophy. We've only ever won one trophy since we came back in 2002. That was a C-grade premiership, so we're hoping that these girls can bring 1 or 2 home for us.
In terms of sustained success for a long period of time, 2009's been a really positive season for the Inverleigh Football and Netball Club.
It certainly has, and one thing about Inverleigh is we've got plenty of young girls around now. Our NETA program has got something like 30 girls in it, so that bodes well for the next 5 or 10 years with our junior competitions.
It certainly does, Lee, and that's really good to hear. We thank you for your time on the Geelong Junior Football and Netball Show.
No worries at all, Tim. Thank you.
We're moving on in our netball segment here on the Geelong Junior Football and Netball Show, and we've got Megan Dean. She looks after everything in the GDFL netball side of things. We're out here at Osborne Park today. Megan, a pretty exciting time for you with our finals approaching in the netball and football here in the GDFL.
It is. I love this time of year, the finals. You get some fantastic netball, and it hasn't changed this year. It's actually got a lot better.
Now, you're looking after the junior and senior side of things in the netball and GDFL?
Yes, I've done the whole lot.
How have you found the junior side of things? Obviously, we're focusing specifically on that on this show.
Our juniors have really developed over. I've been with them for 9 years, so they've really come a long way in that time, and we're putting lots of things in place to keep the development happening. So we've got teams playing in Melbourne that represent the GDFL, and they're under 15, under 17 girls, and then we have an off-season program that helps with their development as well.
How important is that Parkville competition in developing the girls? Obviously, we've got teams playing up there, as you said, from the GDFL.
Oh, look, having them up there and then coming back to see them play on a Saturday, it just makes a huge difference. And a lot of them now are playing A grade as well as their under-17 competition as well. So I think it's been a great benefit to the girls.
Now, it's your last year in the role of our GDFL netball manager. What memories do you think you're going to take from it all?
I think actually probably the juniors and being involved with them in Melbourne and our off-season programs, I've probably got them to know them better over the last few years, and now that they're going through to the senior ranks, I think that's just their development has been fantastic.
How much time and how many hours do you think you've spent on this role each week or so?
Oh, I don't know. It varies from week to week, but it's a lot of time, but it's a good time too. So I couldn't tell you in hours.
3 or 4 weeks ahead then that you're really looking forward to before you wrap up your time in the role?
Yes, it'll be very exciting, very special this series because it is my last final series.
We're taking a look at obviously at the game between Inverleigh and Werribee Centrals that's going on behind us. Can we get a tip for you for that game?
Oh, I always get in trouble when I make a tip, but I think Inverleigh are just a little bit too strong in the goals, so I think they'll get it through.
And what about the under-17 competition overall? Who do you think's going to take that one out?
Corio are very strong again, so it's always grand final day is hard to pick. You know, it can happen, anything can happen, but I'll go with Corio.
Now, you're going to leave a little bit of a legacy, Megan, obviously, when you go away. You spend a lot of time in the role, but do you think everything's boding well for the continued success of GDFL netball, especially in the juniors?
Probably a little more junior development can happen, which is probably not my forte. So I think everything is running well, but if that can be continued and worked on and improved, that would be a great asset.
So does that mean we put it back to the clubs now to continue everything that's going on? We know out at North Geelong here, we came out here a few weeks ago, and Donna Fisher and a few of the girls out here have put some certain things in place to really make sure North Geelong are going strong, but over the whole league you'd like to see a few more things put in place?
Yeah, that's right. Look, the clubs do a fantastic job, and they have got some great programs running within their clubs to develop their juniors, and if we can further that and continue to further that, I think we've got a great and a long future ahead of us.
All right, Megan, well, that's fantastic to hear. Enjoy the final series and enjoy your time off next year as well. Hopefully you can get out and enjoy some netball in the GDFL in season 2010 as well. We thank you for your time on the Geelong Junior Football and Netball Show. Moving on again in our netball segment here on the Geelong Junior Football and Netball Show, we've got Bertie, the man that's all over GDFL netball, and he's pretty excited as well because it's finals time. And Bertie, we're talking about the juniors and obviously the excitement that's building towards finals, and you're a man that's pretty excited as well.
Yeah, look, always an exciting time of the year. Junior netball, we've got the up and coming leaders of the GDFL netball, showing their stuff in the juniors. So it's always exciting, and especially on the 17s, see some of the players there play senior netball as well for their respective clubs. So see how the girls actually do in the junior sections and excel.
You're involved a little bit with the East Geelong D grade. Have you seen a few of the junior girls stepping up and playing in that competition?
Yeah, look, we've got a couple of young girls in the D grade side at East Geelong. They're a very young side. There's a couple of them only 18 or 19, so they're just progressing at the moment and developing their skill level, and hopefully maybe next year they may step up and play a high grade netball at East Geelong. And
the talent in both other senior and junior netball in the GDFL's just almost taken off. Some of the games we've seen this year have been absolutely fantastic, and look, it all bodes well for some really, really good netball over the next few years in the GDFL.
I think if you look back historically at the GDFL, the junior program has just come along in leaps and bounds over the last previous couple of years. With Werribee, they've got some really talented juniors playing for their side. Inverleigh have got a couple of A-grade girls playing in their under-17 side as well. Same with Corio, they've got a couple of A-grade girls playing. So the strength of some of these clubs is going to be astronomical in years to come.
It certainly is. Well, enjoy the day out here, Bertie, today. Hopefully your girls, the East Geelong girls, can get a win for you, and keep you smiling, and enjoy the whole GDFL Netball Final Series as well. We do have to wrap it up here on the Geelong Junior Football and Netball Show. Be sure to join us next Friday morning from 7 a.m, and until then, goodbye.
This show brought to you by Read the Play, Promoted Trophy and Clothing Company, Kempe International, De Grande Cycle and Sport.